Welcome back to another video, and in this one we're taking a look at SMITE's newest patch coming to the game, Hera's Odyssey 5.17. Now, we're going to break some hearts right off the bat. Hera is not in this patch. We'll scroll down, you can see she got pushed back a little bit. I don't know if it's one more patch or two more patches, I don't know. Guys, it's not that big of a deal. We already have 97 gods in SMITE. Is an extra 2 weeks going to make that big a difference, or a month, whatever it is? Now, I am a little bummed because I would have loved to play her. She looked like she was going to be really cool. She had a lot of promise just for the brief little bit that we got to see, but gotta wait. So the patch is going to be probably shorter than they expected, but we still got some skins. We got the Odyssey, so that's going to be the biggest feature here, and then we have the balances, and then we also have some new items coming up. And then a returning item, a returning like fan favorite item, or fan hated as well. But they kind of reworked it, so we'll get into that. Spoiler alert, it's Golden Bow. It's back, kind of, but we'll get into that. So first thing, we got Cyber Scythe Thanatos. Cyber Scythe Thanatos.
I don't care about right or wrong. All I care about is my target.
You know what I just noticed? I don't know if this was intentional or they did this just to compensate for Hera not being in this patch, but they picked, at least I think, the three skin themes that people seem to like the most, and that is this cyber techie theme, the cosmic theme with cosmic power Anubis.
Once I am done with them, I shall rule this world and all the worlds of the universe.
And then the pixel theme with Pixel Chaos Discordia. And then we got this token General Noceros Kumba. That's Kumbakarna? Kumbakarna's a rhino? That looks nothing like him. Which is good. I like skins that do that, where you look at a skin and you're like, oh, it goes to that god? Okay. It looks more like Sobek, but we'll take a look in game. So do we...
I can't break your spirit, but I can break your rating.
Wow.
I am General Noceros, protector of the Sumabi people, and I am honored to fight alongside you.
So Noceros. I don't know how I feel about that voice pack. The accent's cool, but the actual voice throwing me off a little bit. So that are the skins that are coming to this patch. Like I said, or I didn't say that, but like I always do, I will go over the skins in a little bit after this video comes out. Now we have the Odyssey. So I'm actually going to just read through this. This year's Odyssey begins in 5.17, so it does begin in this patch. And will span over 7 updates. So that's roughly, what, 14 or so patches? Something like that. I don't know. Join Hera... Or no, 14 weeks, that's what I meant to say, not 14 patches. It'll be 7 patches. Join Hera as she embarks upon a grand Odyssey to rally, blah, blah, blah. So let's just kind of go on an overview. Players can purchase Odyssey items and complete event quests to gain Odyssey levels to move them closer to obtaining a Tier 5 Aerie skin. So that is the final reward, the Tier 5 Aerie skin. So Odyssey points and Odyssey levels. You gain Odyssey levels by earning Odyssey points, through completing the quests and or buying Odyssey items. So play the game, do the quests, you level up. Cheat, get a head start, and buy items, you level up. Standard SMITE system. Collection bonuses. So players will receive a free item every 3 Odyssey levels as a bonus. Collection bonuses items can be earned by questing. Now if we go down here to bonus items, I'm guessing these are the bonus ones for this patch. So cutesy Hera avatar, and then Hera's Odyssey loading skin. The Odyssey quests, 5 quests will be released in every update, and then once you complete the 5 quests, you will earn 1 Odyssey level. Odyssey lore, with every Odyssey also comes an epic story. This year the lore is set directly after the events of the Divine Uprising. The Odyssey items are the skins that we just took a look at, and then Hera's Odyssey loading skin, but that's the bonus item. Unless that's a typo. Alright, that's a typo. I don't know. Not quite sure about that. Project Olympus. On consoles, B or circle buttons will now exit menus as long as those buttons have no other function to the menus. All platforms now have video links to preview any god abilities. All chests will now list all of their contents. Good job. Why did it take this long for that to be a thing? Do you know how annoying it is when you see a chest? And like the 14 item chests aren't as bad, but those 50 item ones? Yeah. Going to Google and having to read through all the skins is a pain. Added a controller sensitivity option for PC. Who plays the controller on PC? The rules for how god stats are thrown on the loading frame have been updated. Or thrown. Did I say thrown? Or shown on the loading frame have been updated. God stats no longer require you to have purchased the mastery skin to display on your loading frame. They will show up based on your hide God stats option in your profile. So anyone can show the God stats now. You don't need a mastery. New players will have their hide God stats option defaulted to be hidden. So the mastery level 1, 2, X, etc. will always display on your loading frame. So that's cool. I like that. Awesome chest. We got the rotation for here, Geek Beak and Pup Patrol. Godlike chest. There are those, and then the Fantasy Point store. We have some bug fixes here. We're not going to go through any of these. They don't seem to be too important. Yeah, okay. So, Oni's Hunter Guard. This item no longer counts as an aura item. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Bakasura, minions from his ultimate will no longer remove backdoor protections. Now that is a huge one. I don't play Bakasura enough to know like how much that'll affect him, so it might not affect him that much, but anytime you remove those built-in backdoor protections from a god that has pets or something like that, it's always going to hurt them. So fixed an issue where her first ability was healing for 100% instead of 33%. Yeah, that's a big issue. So here we go. The long-awaited return/debut. So Golden Blade is the new item, but it's basically Golden Bow. So we'll go ahead and read through this. This time has come for the legendary item in SMITE's history to return in an adjusted state. Golden Bow was loved by many assassin players. I'm curious to see what Mercury and Bakasura do with this item coming back now. I really am, because that really did some damage to those guys and other ones too, but those two specifically. The item has seemingly narrow applications, so it was buffed along with T2 version, of course, widespread. Item was removed from the game, determining it would not be used enough on assassins or too much on hunters, which is very true. Oh, you remember when like ranked duel, the only thing everyone just rushed Golden Bow right away, especially the hunters. After much deliberation, the community feedback, the SMITE design team has decided the Golden Bow effect is worthy of being in the game. In order to do this in a more balanced and positive way, we made a few tweaks to the design. So basically, I'm just going to summarize this. They took it out of the bow tree and they put it under the sword tree or the katana tree and all that. So it's only exclusive to melee characters, which they could have done this a long time ago. I don't know why they never just made it that way, but it took this long to do it, but it's here. So new item, only available to the assassin and warrior classes. So only those two. Upgrades from the 1000-fold blade. It costs 2200 gold, which isn't too bad. Gives you 30 power, 15% attack speed, and 10% movement speed. So the stats are pretty decent for the price, but the passive is what it's really about. All basic attacks will also hit enemies within a 15-unit radius of the target for 50% of the damage to gods and 75% of the damage to minions and jungle camps. So if you're not familiar with Golden Bow and you're like, well, how does this work? Picture you start off, you're level 1, you're Mercury, you're jungling. You go to the speed buff, you use your 1 to your punch, whatever it is, you clear that, and you know how usually you'll have to punch the big one, pick up the speed, punch the little one, punch the other little one. When you have Golden Bow or Golden Blade now, if you're just punching one of the minions and the other two are close enough, it's gonna like do AoE damage to them. So you only need to attack one thing to do damage to everything in that area. So, and the reason it was removed is because before hunters could do that. So they could just clear lane without using an ability, and it was stupid. So that is back now. Heartseeker is getting like a rework, a big visual rework actually. That threw me off completely. In order to make room for Golden Bow in the katana tree, we needed to relocate an item. Heartseeker has been dwindling usage with the redesign of the Crusher. It is often difficult to make in builds. It was the katana that relied at least melee design. Blah, blah, blah. I wish they didn't put so much filler in here. We'll just read this. This item has been redesigned and icon changed and moved to the Hydra's tree, so it can now be bought. By all 3 physical power classes. Upgrades from Charged Morningstar. Cost 2,300 gold, 1,100 upgrade from T2, 30 physical power, 10 penetration, 200 mana, and 7 mana per 5. So interesting stats. Every successful basic attack gives you a stack. At 5 stacks, your next ability deals bonus damage equal to 80% of your physical power to the first enemy god hit and restores 10% of your maximum mana. So that'll be good for the more mana hungry gods, I assume. And then the last item change is to Ethereal Staff. Cost reduced from 2,700 to 2,600, and then increase the health percent that's stolen on the passive from 4% to 5%. So getting 2 buffs overall, getting a cost reduction and getting a little passive buff as well. Athena, her reach now properly benefits from lifesteal at 33%. Her preemptive strike, almost said premeditated, increased the cooldown from 15 to 11, is now 14 at all ranks. So the early game is going to help a little bit. So her level 1, level 2 is going to be the same, and then from there on out, it's just getting worse. So overall, a nerf to that ability. Cabrakan, his Seismic Crush decreased the cooldown from 18 seconds, now reduces. It starts at 18, but goes down to 14 every time you level it. Cornunos, Bramble Blast, increased the base damage per tick from 4 to 20, is now 6 to 22, so buff for him. Chiron Training Exercise increased the base damage, used to be 70 to 270, is now 80 to 300. I actually really like that change. I haven't played Chiron in probably like a year to a year and a half, and he used to be one of my favorites back in like season 3, so that'd be interesting. Maybe I'll give him a whirl. Northern Lights decreased the magic power scaling from 50% to 40%, and then Ratatasker gets a cooldown increased from 90 seconds flat, now scales down. It starts at 110 seconds and eventually works its way down to 90 seconds. You're just not going to get that the whole time, which honestly I'm cool with. Thinking about it, I don't understand why Through the Cosmos ever had a 90-second cooldown, unless back when Rat was really bad, but that's a really good ultimate, especially because it's like, I was going to say global, but it's like a half global ult. But that is it for this patch, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and hit subscribe for more content like this, and be on the lookout for these skins. I'll always do reviews on them, so those will be coming out within the next couple hours, guys. And until next time, thank you for watching.